Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Kim Bet. Please pay attention and listen to what I have for you today. What I'm coming to say today is very, very important. And if you listen to it and listen to it carefully, you know what is going on in this country. Let us dive into it. Now, according to Maya, your woman, they are always on their toes to protect their image rather than the very thing that gave them the image that they want to protect. Asase no ne nipa na ɛwɔ mu no ama ɔmo abɛyɛ ɔbrɛmpɔn, ama ɔmo aba abɛyɛ nipa titiri bi a ɛnnɛ yɛbɔ din a yɛbɔ ɔmo din ka ho no. Nipa de ebuo ne respect ɛde ma ɔmo no. They don't value that thing. But whenever you try to paint their image black, then they tend to rise. Then they tend to pour out their wisdom and their knowledge. How can we govern a country like this? Ɔman a yɛwɔ mu no yɛn mpanimfoɔ no ayɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo de biribi bia ɛretɔ kyema wɔ ɔman no mu ɛmfa ɔmo ho. Nea ɛbɛkɔ left and right ɛmfa ɔmo ho. Sɛ yɛ papa o, sɛ yɛ bɔne o, they don't care. But when it tend to alter a word against their image, then they tend to speak against it and they tend to rise against you. Nti wiase ma yɛwɔ no, our leaders don't even respect the very thing that gave them the image. Nti wɔahwɛ ase, let me even take it very simple. Yɛmfa ɔhene mfa yɛ example. You are a king of a land. Now, a land na woyɛ ɔhene wɔ so no, or the land that you are being a king over. Adeɛ wɔ mu na ɛsɛe, adeɛ wɔ mu ɛnyɛ. Asase no, the reason I'm using king is that because the king have the ultimate power over the land, because it is your family, your forefathers that fought for the land. So you have the outstanding power over the land, over everything that is going on in the country, in that particular area. So if you are there and certain bad things are going on over there, and you are expecting a common citizen to come and tell you that this is what is going on, then how should we tell you? Asase na woda ano na mma ene yɛfrɛ wo ɔhene, asase na woda no mma yɛfrɛ wo brɛmpɔn, yɛfrɛ wo nipa kɛseɛ, yɛkoto w'anim sɔre, yɛtumi that very thing that you are a leader over, adeɛ na ma wabɛyɛ ɔbrɛmpɔn, you don't value it, but you rather value your own image than what has given you the image. Adeɛ ma wo image no, you don't value it, but your image is what you value. My brother, this is an act of pride. This is an act of pride, and these are symptoms of those who are proud of who they are. At times, your name you leave them to go astray like that, but certain things need to be looked at the face and spoke to. At times, it happens in the country. It's very, very saddening and painful. How can we sit and just think that, oh, this is an act of apathy and fire? But when we speak against your image, then you tend to rise. You tend to pour out your wisdom, your knowledge. This is heartbreaking. This is very painful because the leader that we ourselves have in our country don't even value we the people. They don't value our image. And now go outside the world and see what people are talking about Africa. Go and see how they are describing Africa. Be on the media and see how they describe Africa. Africa is when we want the poorest country in the world, they are all here in Africa. They are all here in Africa. So don't you value that image? That image na yɛka sɛ we are poor and we have nothing. We have bad leaders. Corruption aha na ɛkɔ so. Korɔ aha na ɛkɔ so. Nneɛma ɛnsɛm fata. Africa na ɔmo describe sɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa esisi. So that one you don't value it. All this kind of downgrading, we don't value it. But when they speak against your image as a person, as an individual, you tend to be serious on it and try to question people and try to prosecute people and arrest people. Then, you are there by John Mahama one. John Mahama. At times, like I'm very glad to even see John Mahama, not even to speak to him, but even to see his face. He said something when he granted an interview. He said that leader there, what is a baller? This is the leader who is ready to serve and ready to put all that he has on the table for the people. He said that during his time there were lots of things that were said against him, a lot of lies that were said against him. But he accepted it because he had one thing in mind, that as a leader, you are like a dumping site. People get to bring their rubbish from anywhere, from wherever angle, and dump it on you. And I realized that this man is ready to sacrifice and ready to serve the nation. We've elected people that are much more interested in their image than the very thing that gave them the image they want to protect. How can we live in a country like this? How can we? live in a country like this. I don't want to talk much, but I make say if you want to protect your image, then protect the very thing that gave you that image. If you really want to protect your image, then protect the very thing that gave you that image. Because without protecting that very thing, your image is useless. That image you are fighting for is useless. It is nothing. It is nothing. It is nothing. We respect people that give value to what has given them the kind of image they have right now. Sɛnea wobɛsi ayɛ adeɛ no a wodaa no no, ɛno na ɛbɛboa ama woatani the optimum image in the world. Wopɛ image papa protect a, protect the image of the very thing that has given you that pose, the image of the very thing that has given you that position. Ɛma yɛntoto nneɛma bi agyegye mu ne yɛmfiri sɛ no ano no, ɛyɛ ya. Ɛdumi bi ayɛ ya. Yes, our leaders tend to rise and speak when the citizens speak against something that is going on in the country. Our leaders tend to rise, arrest, and prosecute people and jail people over their own image. Until we wish and your corruption. Using the kind of power you have, the kind of authority you have to manipulate things for your personal gain. And now we image it. And now we in because of your image. Because of the level you've gotten to. So you want to use it against the people that has given you that very image. Hey, I'm not anybody, I'm not anything. This is my point of view. Nobody has monopoly over points of views. This is my view. Me, you are my leader. Leader be our leader. And if there's nothing going on, there's something that is going on in the country that is not appropriate, I have the right to speak. I have the right to speak against it. The right that I don't have is to abuse you, is to speak evil against you. But if I'm speaking the truth and in your own way you think it's an evil, I don't care. Because you can't live in a land where the leaders are willing to protect their own image, but not the image of the country, not the image of the people, and not the image of the nation. You cook for so na Ghana for corrupt, Nigeria for corrupt, African is corrupt. African is the poorest country, the poorest continent in this world. You don't talk about it. But as your say, hey, Nana, hey, this president, you are the useless president. Then you tend to rise. Haba. I leave you with this quote. Very simple. And I read. If you are filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom. I rest my case. This is my point of view. I might say something that might not be appropriate. Please forgive me. I just want to share my point of view and express certain things that is not appropriate to me. This is what I have for you. I stand to be corrected. Anything that I've said that goes against anybody, please forgive me. But I just want to express my view. Just pour out things that have been on my heart for a very long period of time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.